Welcome to Share the Spark annual Spark Tank event. We have 6 amazing teams that will be presenting their pitches tonight and almost $20,000 to award them.
First, I'd like to say a huge thanks to the community for helping us raise the funds and to Northern Beaches Council for matching each dollar for dollar. We also want to thank our generous sponsors, 7 Mile and Relax Brand Design, and our amazing judges, which we will introduce soon. And third, I would like to say a big thank you to the amazing young people that answered. It was a very difficult decision to pick like just 6 teams tonight. But if you're watching and you missed out this time, be sure you try again next year.
Now, first, let's introduce ourselves. I am Jacob Wilson, and I'm part of the Northern Beaches Council Youth Advisory Group.
And I'm Nal Ahalilo. I'm also part of the Youth Advisory Group. Hello.
Thank you, Jacob. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Northern Beaches Council, I welcome you all to Spark Tank 2021. As a sign of respect, I would like to start tonight's proceedings by acknowledging the traditional custodians of these lands, of elders past and present, on which we celebrate today, and any other Aboriginal people who may be present. I would like to express my gratitude that we share this land today and my sorrow for the cost of that sharing. I hope that in the spirit of reconciliation, we can move forward to a place of justice, healing and partnership as we walk gently on this land. Now, I'd like to acknowledge my fellow councillors this evening online. I hope we have the Deputy Mayor, Candy Bingham, Councillors Pat Daly, Councillors Penny Philpott and Councillors Sue Hines. Can I also acknowledge my friend and local MP for Manly, Mr James Griffin. Welcome, mate, and extend a very big welcome and thank you to our judges and sponsors. Council has partnered with local charity Share the Spark for tonight's event. Share the Spark is a not-for-profit organisation and has been empowering young people on the Northern Beaches to make affirming choices through an innovative mentoring program since 2017. And this year has seen the biggest interest in Spark Tank to date, with 66 entrants, all amazing, all creative, and philanthropic ideas are huge. Now, I know it was a hard job for our judges to pick the final 6, so a big congratulations to the teams presenting their business ideas tonight, because we're all very excited to see them. Council is hugely proud to be matching funds raised from the community, dollar for dollar, up to $10,000, which has resulted in around $20,000 of seed funding to support the business ideas of our finalists. And all 6 winning teams will have 10 weeks business coaching provided by Spark's judging panel and a professional branding package donated by Relax Design. So big, once again, thank you, a huge thank you indeed, actually, for the judges for giving their time and skills to invest in our young people on the Northern Beaches. It is a big deal and we thank you. And of course, a very special thanks to 7 Mile and Funsition who give their support and assistance to make this event possible. So sit back and enjoy tonight's event, everyone. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Mayor. Now let's meet our judges for tonight's event.
Okay, so the first of our Spark Tank judges is a former Australian Shark Tank winner herself, Brielle Brown. If you could probably pop up and say hi.
Good evening. Hi, I'm Briella.
Thanks, Briella. Next, we have Nicholas Aiken, a chartered accountant and entrepreneur.
Hi, everyone. How you doing? My name's Nick. Nice to be here. Thank you.
Thanks, Nicholas. Our next judge is business coach Anne McKeown.
Good evening, everybody. Anne McKeown here from 2 Empower Coaching. I'm thrilled to be part of this. I think it's really important for us to be able to empower the next generation, and I'm excited about tonight's presentations. Thanks.
Thanks, Anne. I'd like to introduce Clarence Bushma, founder of Bush to Bowl Next.
Thanks, Jacob. And what a great opportunity to be a part of tonight's workshop and Spark Tank. I'm from Bush to Bowl, and we're a social enterprise which focuses on, I guess, really about the next generation making change. So tonight, to see these young people thriving, getting opportunities, is great to be here. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Clarence. Let's hear from Barbara Meister, a global corporate executive.
Hi, everybody. My name is Barbara. I work as a change agent and business transformation lead across large and leading corporations worldwide. I've been a part of the Spark founder team, and I'm personally very passionate about enabling individuals and especially youth to tap into their full potential, exploring challenging opportunities and building trust in their own capabilities. So I worked with entrepreneurs, inspiring leaders over the last 20 years, and I'm very excited to be here, a part of today's event, meeting the new generation of all the new ideas. So yeah, very excited. Thank you.
Our next judge gets the credit for the up-and-coming Spark Tank idea in the first place, and bringing it to share the spark, including introducing Paul Wood, a consultant architect.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I'm Paul Wood, founder of IP Edge. We're a Monavale-based web application development company. I'm a husband and father to 4 school-aged children, and I help out in the Northern Beaches community wherever I can, from coming up with ideas like this event, mentoring with Share the Spark, volunteering at the local church, coaching the local kids football team, you name it. Anywhere that I can help encourage people to use their gifts and strengths and abilities. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you, Paul. And our final Spark Tank judge is Nigel Abbott, a funding advisor who was a great help this year in putting Spark Tank together.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Firstly, I'd like to thank Share the Spark for this event and Paul for coming up with the idea, because it really is transformational. I work obviously in really funding is just a resource. So money is just a resource, and we work with obviously a lot of SMEs. So it's really exciting to work with children or, in a little bit older, to be able to help them commercialize their ideas. So I'm really excited to be able to help out. And I'm also a director of 7 Mile, and we already run a fantastic program for schools and entrepreneurship. So I'm very privileged to be part of this and can't wait to hear all these presentations.
Now that you know the judging panel, let's get right into hearing the pitches from the first 3 teams in the 8 to 16-year-old age group.
All right, so this is our first team. Our first team is Next Step of Nature.
Someone needs to do the slides. Okay. If only our parents and grandparents had taken care of our earth.
But they didn't, which is why we are motivated and have no choice but to save nature. Our plan is simple and incredibly challenging, but it could save the world.
Nearly 35 years ago, in 1987, the United Nations defined sustainability as
meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs.
We can only guess that no one was listening.
Can you help us make our call for change become a reality?
We're the Next Step of Nature. We're pretty ordinary people in a pretty unusual world.
We are all unique, but we share the same passion. We all want to help save the environment.
April brings joy, happiness, and hope. If this team did not have April, we wouldn't be in this competition. She brings the team together.
Sienna is passionate. She pushes through to the end and will never give up.
Grace gives encouragement no matter the weather. She has a strong opinion which gives new ideas.
Sky is the one who is always on track. She's determined and won't give up easily.
Our group of friends is a strong bond that will never be broken.
Our mission is to take action and mobilize an army of young people who, like our team, have decided we can't wait for adults to save our environment.
We originally set out to develop an app to make the world a better place. This is still in our roadmap, but we want to make an impact now and start within our local community.
We will become the first sustainability ambassadors that create awareness and get young people to take action.
Our plan is to introduce sustainability ambassadors to our school and this will persuade or inspire other schools to do so. We'll create a sustainable tool or model that can be easily replicated. So how are we going to do this?
First, we're going to introduce our mission to our school and local community.
We will create a website that informs people about the environment, climate change, and how they can be sustainable.
Second, we will introduce programs that encourage sustainability. For example,
Tidy Up Tuesday, where the school comes together to clean up school grounds.
Or 10 for them, a program for people to pick up 10 pieces of rubbish. If we can get the students voting, then it becomes a co-decision made by everyone.
We'll create fundraising events and drive community and school leadership. This will help us to continue our journey to achieve our mission.
In fact, we've already stated this idea to our school, and here's what our principal, Dr. Downey, has to say.
I've been in education now for 35 years, most recently as school principal. Something that really inspires me is seeing young people not just passively consuming education, but getting up and being proactive and showing initiative and seeking to deal with an issue or problem that they see in their world. I'm particularly inspired if that involves serving the community, looking after the environment, and actually showing true leadership in influencing others or providing others with sustainable tools or models that can be rolled out beyond their sphere of influence. I was, as such, really pleased to hear about Gracie, Sky, April and Sienna raising their student voices to bring about change as sustainability ambassadors, and I look forward to hearing more about these young social entrepreneurs in the future.
To make our vision come true, we need money. First, we want to do a research survey on how people our age feel about our idea. This will be around $700.
Next is create a website. This will come to about $2,000 and include things like domain hosting, design, and content creation.
To spread the word about our group, we need about $1,000. We can start with publications on the Northern Beaches and build it from there.
To help us get this off the ground, we would need $1,200 to launch things like competitions, prizes, and events. Therefore, we would like to request a total funding of $4,900.
Now just imagine what we can achieve when every school in Australia has sustainability ambassadors. Just imagine.
What a great cause. I'd like to see that go global. Now, next step, nature. Team, unmute your mics and get ready for some questions from our judges.
Jacob, if you don't mind me jumping in there first, it's Clarence here from Bush to Bowl. Guys, next step nature, look, really enthused by what you presented there. Really up my alley in terms of, caring for what is I refer to as country as an Aboriginal person, and your ideas sound really great. If I'm going to just ask you a couple of things, and I'm happy for all or anyone to answer these from the team. So when I go to your website, what types of things will I find on there? As I'm maybe a young person, a middle-aged, older person, what types of things will I find on the website as I fall on there?
We will have content for all ages, from puppet shows to talks. We will also have competitions for youth that will engage them to do more for the society. We will create pages on ourselves and our journey to get here. There is going to be a Q&A for people to ask questions on the environment or other relevant things to the topic.
Yeah, beautiful, Grace. That sounds really well thought out, and I like the idea of the competitions. How you can bring people into that conversation and want to be a part of. We're a competitive type people as we are here tonight on Spark Tank. One other in regards to the audience, I know you spoke about having school ambassadors. But in the broader, who else do you hope to bring into this, as your audience for the website and for your campaign?
Thank you for the question. Our audience is predominantly set on students in junior schools all across Australia, because we believe that starting young can build up to make a strong foundation for the future. However, as Grace has just stated, there will be content for all ages, which will be easy to engage with.
I really like the idea how you're saying, starting young, we can make a change from an early on. And I'm going to throw one more last question at you. How do you see your marketing idea engaging your audience? There's plenty of organisations out there that are trying to make this, social change, sustainable change. How do you see yourself standing out from others?
Well, we're developing a method where the school students get to vote on an environmental activity that they can do every week. Once we show that it works at our school, then other schools can copy and do so too. So this method is completely flexible, and other schools can come up with ideas that are relevant to their local environment as well.
We are young people in an adult-dominated area. While this is true, if we work as a team, it no longer matters. Our ideas have power and make us stronger. We will work with other young people and engage many to become part of our mission. Together, we are ready to take the next step of nature.
Very powerful, young ladies. Well done. Thank you. Not sure if some other judges might be throwing some questions at you now.
Yeah, I'll chip in. So it's Paul Wood from IP Edge here. I went to the one of the school strike environment things. I happened to be in the city at the time and stumbled along, and you know, the many kids there. Are you thinking about how you can kind of engage with some of those movements to get some ideas and things like that?
Well, yeah, because like we want to make action in our local community first, and then once we've done that, then we're going to plan and make an app.
That's cool. Yeah, well, when it comes to making an app, you know, that sort of level, then happy to talk to you there, because that's the sort of thing that we do here, and love to be able to help you. You know, the environment's a big thing on my heart. So yeah, thanks guys. That was a great presentation, and I believe you're going to make a big difference. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're out of time now, so we'll be moving on to the second team. Jacob, if you could introduce them.
Yeah, our next team is Gaming Anonymous. So let's watch their presentation.
G'day everyone, hope you're well. My name is Luca and this is Arjun. We're a Year 10 student to attend Balgala Boys, and we are the founders and CEOs of Gamers Anonymous. Tonight we are here to pitch our solution for gaming addiction. But before we begin, we would like to thank Share the Spark and 7 Mile for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'll now pass it on to Arjun.
Thanks, Luca. But firstly, what is the problem? Well, it's great to do things you enjoy, but can you go too far with a hobby? And at what point does it become an addiction? That is the question we are trying to answer about playing video games. Video game addiction is the uncontrollable use of video games in a way that causes problems in other areas of a person's life. The extent of the issue is a multitude of psychological and physical consequences. Physical consequences include migraines and fatigue, whereas psychological consequences include feelings of restlessness when unable to play. We want to solve this problem, and we've seen the devastating impacts video game addiction has had on the community and youth. Some of our close friends are risking their future by gaming in many hours a day and not paying any attention to their school, sport, and social life. They have incredible aspirations to make progress throughout everyday life, but if their gaming addiction continues, this seems highly unlikely. We need to settle this unfavorable issue and ensure kids live to their maximum capacity. I will now pass it on to Luca.
Thanks, Arjun. Our target audience is the 328,000 to 503,000 Australian gamers who suffer from addiction. Majority are in the 17 to 34 age bracket, but the issue extends further, including the 78,000 12 to 18-year-olds who are gaming addicts. We will resolve this issue in a protected and non-critical setting that permits each person who is addicted to communicate their encounters, issues, and problems with others who are experiencing or have experienced similar complications. Our app will be an online meeting place which is dedicated to helping gaming addicts work through their addiction with fellow addicts. The app will work as a Zoom or online meeting where gaming addicts and previous addicts will discuss their experiences, issues, and problems in a safe, comfortable, and confidential environment to overcome their addiction. A WHO research report in 2019 confirmed around 80,000 12 to 18-year-olds suffer from gaming addiction in Australia. Therefore, we are requesting $4,500 to help us get started on creating a solution that will aid and better the lives of suffering gaming addicts. We would use 50% for further research into the issue, 25% for establishing our website, and another 25% for community building. Using the funding, we would set up marketing on social media platforms to attract potential clients, The marketing would be an ad that redirects them to a website landing page so that we could determine how many people are interested in gaming addiction prevention and support. We will run 3 concurrent experiments that help us achieve a deeper understanding of the issue and target market we want to reach. We would have to create an incentive for people who are signed up to partake in gaming prevention or support. Now back to Arjun.
Thanks, Luca. Finally, who are we and what's our story? Well, we are rising entrepreneurs in the community who aim to change the lives of struggling gaming addicts in the population. We are hardworking and determined individuals who are eager to take this business forward. We also have real-world experience in business as we have competed in and dominated the entrepreneurship program run by 7 Mile. Greg and Nigel can both agree that we were easily the best team there. But why should you listen to us? Here's why. We want to solve this problem as we've had a very close personal experience related to this issue. A couple months ago, our friend Simon failed every single half-yearly exam due to his gaming addiction. When I went to ask him what happened, he quote unquote responded with, "I should have studied, but I just couldn't get off the games." He had the dream of being an engineer, but if his video gaming continues, this seems very unlikely. We want to solve this detrimental issue and ensure kids live to their full potential. To conclude, on behalf of Luca and myself, we would like to thank the viewers, judges, other teams, the donors, and especially Greg and Hui for taking time out of their day to help us create this fabulous pitch. We have learned so much already and we can't wait to see what the future holds. Thank you.
All right, sweet. That was amazing. Thank you. That's something we really use, especially with our generation. So, Gaming Anonymous team, could you please unmute your mics and answer a few questions from the judges?
I'll chip in again first tonight for this. Yeah, thanks guys. That was a really good presentation. How old are you?
I'm 16.
15.
Nice. I think you got maturity beyond your years. You know, I'm still struggling to try and get my kids to not be on the screen so much. I've got a couple of rules in there, and seems to work. They have to earn it by doing gardening beforehand. So it's a fun thing. But yeah, I mean, one question I had about this was, is this something that is a bit more of a not-for-profit social service, or is there a business model behind it that you plan to develop?
Well, at the moment, we're seeing our app as a social service, but we hope in the future, as it progresses, it will catch the eye of governments and other support organizations. And then through them, we could receive funding and support for our idea.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'll throw it over to some of the other judges.
Hi guys. A great presentation. I just wanted to ask, how do you think parents and friends can best help in the addiction prevention?
Well, an important part of our work will be to ensure that parents are educated to recognize the signs and be aware of their child's gaming addiction.
Perfect. Thank you.
We still have a couple more minutes for judges to ask a couple of questions. Oh, sorry.
I'll just jump in there if you don't mind. Guys, great presentation, great ideas. Wellbeing's, consistently an issue for young people, but all people. How did you personally get into this? And what drove you to come in rather than, you're hearing some anecdotal stuff around some friends?
Yeah, we have a lot of our friends, like everyone our age really plays video games. And, some people play too much, and we just thought this was an issue that was like an extensive issue for people our age. And we just wanted to help out in the community and just support those people who have like gaming addiction get in their way of other things in their lives.
Yeah, thank
you.
you.
Can I jump in and ask a quick question as well there? I love what you guys are doing, and I know lots of parents would be really in on it. A lot of social media companies are being asked now to take responsibility for the sort of marketing and the advertising of gaming and things like that. Do you think gaming companies themselves should take responsibility for some of this?
Yeah, we will create an ability for gaming companies to automatically donate a small percentage of the subscription funding they receive to finance the important work we know we have to do.
Okay, brilliant. That's great. It's music to my ears. I'm glad you thought of that. Thank you.
I have a quick question if we've got a little bit more time. I know you guys both quite well from the 7 Mile and Enterprise in the community, and I congratulate you both for taking this next step. Well done, guys. So just where would you see this? So perhaps pushing it to the next level. So what would you sort of see in the future? Call this 1.0. So where would you see 2.0 going with this?
Well, hopefully if this progresses further, we could partner with like professionals, like professional psychologists and other organizations that assist with addiction and stuff to try and solve this problem, I guess, in our community.
Yeah, that's good. So you're going to bring in sort of at that next level professionals to help support what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good stuff. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just another quick one as well. So, you know, you're talking about engaging with other people who have the gaming addictions and want to deal with it. But what about youth who may not be aware that they're actually addicted? What sort of things can you do there?
Yeah, so we plan to launch the Gaming Anonymous podcast, where we will be interviewing youth in our community who have realized they have a gaming addiction, and they will share their story and tell us the signs to look out for gaming addiction.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so we've got a couple of minutes left. So if any judge has one more question or so, that's fine. If not, we can move on. Anyone's got any question left, or if not, we can wrap this up.
Yeah, I think we're all good for now.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. So Jacob, if you can introduce team 3.
Yeah, our final team for the 8 to 16-year-old category is Radio KBTO.
Hello everyone, my name is Rosie Murphy and I'm very excited to present our idea to you today. Joining me is my brother Luke, who is 8, and my 2 very good friends, Alice and Melody. Together, we're going to tell you about our amazing idea. We have a vision for a radio station, Radio Kids by the Ocean, Radio KBTO. But we know we have a lot to learn. So we think we should start off with a podcast. Our podcast will be called Kids by the Ocean, and it's going to be awesome. I will hand over to Alice now, who will tell you a little bit about why we think our idea is such a good one.
Thanks, Rosie. Hello, everyone. I'm Alice. Did you know there are about 17,000 8 to 12-year-olds on the northern beaches all fighting over what to listen to in their cramped cars? Yes, really, that many. Yeah, we know this because we are these ages and we are fed up with this. We absolutely hate fighting, and so do our parents. There are no kids radio stations and no podcasts that are interesting to us. We are all sick of listening to Smooth FM. Sometimes there are inappropriate conversations that aren't good for us to listen to. We need a podcast to solve our problems. Help us make kids happy.
Thanks, Alice. Both Luke and I would definitely agree that we are fed up fighting over what to listen to in our car. Next, I'll hand over to Mello, who will tell you some of the ideas we will include in our weekly podcast. It's going to be so much fun. Thanks, Mello.
Thanks, Rosie. Hi, everyone. I'm Melody, and the weekly podcast will include things like what's happening in our local areas and what events are on, a news round, like BTN, just interesting news from around the world, but with no screens involved. We'll have reviews on books, toys, video games, songs, and movies. And a different thing every week, like an interview from a local hero cooking ideas, and a weekly competition. We will play popular songs that kids love to listen to. The Anchor Podcast Builder allows us to do this if we have a Spotify premium account. You can see a sample of what the podcast would look like here in this image. Back to you, Rosie.
Thanks, Mello. We have a lot of ideas. Hey, Luke, do you want to tell the judges about the idea that you had on the book reviews?
Yes, sure. Thanks, Rosie. Hi, everyone. I will be the person who helps out with the book reviews and computer game reviews. I really like books and computer games. I go to Manly Village, and most weeks there are book reviews printed in the school newsletter. We thought maybe we could get more local schools to send us their book reviews, and we could read those out too. That way, we are hearing from lots of different people on the Northern Peaches.
Thanks, Luke. What a great idea. This table on this slide shows the money that we need. $3,000 will ensure we can find our audience and launch the podcast. So that's really it. The last slide tells you a little bit about us, and as you can see, lots of people believe in us. We really think we can do something amazing. We just need some support along the way. Thanks again for your time. Thank you.
Okay, that was amazing. You kids really have something to say. So, Radio KBTO team, could you please unmute your mics and get ready to answer some questions from the Spark judges?
Hey guys, Nigel Abbott's my name. I love what you guys are doing, and I absolutely think there's a demand for it. I have an 11-year-old daughter, and I know she spends a lot of time on YouTube and probably, watches a lot of content aligned to what you guys are sort of talking about. So my question for you is, is podcast really the right sort of medium? Or do you think maybe that YouTube, because you're such colourful characters, maybe YouTube might be a better medium for you to present your radio station? Because we know these days a lot of radio stations also live stream their shows. So do you think that might be a better platform for you guys?
Thanks so much. That's a really great question. We would eventually like to create some video content, but we have so much to learn, we think, and we should start off with audio. Also, we prefer the idea of less screen time. In the car, everyone can listen to a podcast without fighting over who gets to look at the screen.
Thank you, guys. Awesome.
If I may, I just have a question for you guys as well. I really love your energy. It's great to see, the ideas you have and the passion you have for it. So what I would be interested is if you have some other content or any show ideas that you think would really well connect with your audience. So what are some other ideas you can maybe think of, you can introduce in your solution?
Wow, another great question. Our presentation listed lots of ideas. We have 4 great team members here, and all of us are responsible for producing content. We literally have about 132 other ideas, including weekly competitions, healthy living and eating, local news and interviews. Goodness, so many, but I guess we don't have any time to go through them all tonight.
Wow, that sounds like you guys have sorted it out. 130 ideas. I'm sure you're not going to run out very quickly. So well done. Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hi guys, I love what you're doing as well, and I actually can see that this is a niche that needs filled. As a business coach, something I'm always looking at it's great to have ideas, but how do we make it a reality? How do we actually bring this to fruition? Can you give me an idea of how you would plan to promote it within your own school and to other schools in the area?
Yes, we have been thinking about that. 3 of us are at Manly Village Primary School, and Alice is at Manly West. Both schools have weekly newsletters and Facebook pages. We also have weekly school assemblies.
Okay.
And we have other friends at other schools in Manly, Vale, Newport, Bells Rose and Avalon who will spread the word for us too.
Great, fantastic. I'm really pleased that you've thought about that. It's really important to get your head around that. And I like the fact that you're talking about connections with other friends and whatever. Word of mouth can be fantastic advertising. And of course, there's all the online platforms that we've got at our disposal as well. So well done. I really love your idea.
I've just got one last question. Who's in charge?
All of us.
All of us.
All of us.
It's sort of
lovely.
So it's a group thing.
Yeah, it's a group thing.
But Rosie's technically the manager because she signed up.
So anyway, yeah, but we've got heaps of good ideas, and we would think that a podcast would help us be able to express them, and also be a nice thing to get kids' minds off things that are making them feel unhappy or anything.
And it means that all the other entries can listen to our podcast too.
Yeah.
To learn something. Well done, guys. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Do we have any more questions from the judges? No. Okay, so we'll wrap it up now. Great work, team. But before we see our next three teams in the 17 to 23 age group, I would like to give our audience a chance to participate by writing your comment. Congratulations to the chat. So use the chat icon on your screen to open the chat window. So our team will also put in the link to donate if you would like to top up our prize pool for these very amazing young people. Now let's hear the Better You Foundation pitch. So team for video presentation.
Take a listen to these statistics. Between 2017 to 2019 in Australia, the leading cause of death amongst people aged 15 to 24 was suicide. Is this okay with you? How about the fact that the top three concerns amongst 15 to 19-year-olds today are coping with stress, mental health, and body image? And if you're still on the fence, since 2012 there has been a 5.5% increase in the proportion of young people experiencing psychological distress, rising from 18.7% in 2012 to 24.2% in 2018.
Digging deeper into the problem space, we interviewed high school and university students. A common trend we found in our research was a link between participants feeling stress and societal pressures and expectations from their surrounding networks.
Think about who influenced you as an adolescent. Your friends, family, school culture, the media. Today it's all that and more, with the media even more so with mobile phones and social media. Plus, with constant reminders of the climate change, war, and other negativity, no wonder young people are anxious. Their future seems uncertain. But why do we care?
Hi, my name is Remy, and I'm currently studying second year of product design at UTS. Growing up, suicide went from something so tragic and uncommon to something, although still very tragic, more prevalent within our age group and society. For me, I grew up, especially in younger years, feeling different. I wasn't born with my disability. When I got sick, my parents were told I wasn't meant to talk or walk, potentially becoming completely reliant on them for the rest of their lives. For me, this was the reason I felt a lot of guilt, knowing that a lot of my dad's mental health issues stemmed from seeing me like this. For years, I was battling people who were always telling me things weren't possible. Through sport, I was taught these were possible. I am frustrated seeing young people struggle for not realising their worth.
Hi, I'm Gabby, and I'm also in my second year of university, undertaking a Bachelor of Management in Events degree. I'm frustrated. I'm sick of hearing of suicides in our local community and in people so young who didn't need to die. I'm tired of going to work and seeing more and more kids with low self-esteem, behaviour issues and anxiety. I've faced a lot of tough situations which have challenged me mentally, but have made me grow, and I now view them as a gift. I'm not perfect, but I'm capable, and I'm in control of who I become. I want kids to realise their power over their own lives and take control of not only how they feel, but who they become. So, our solution, the Better You Foundation. From my research, I noticed the problem with current programs in schools is students aren't engaged and therefore don't retain the information. I want to utilise our unique stories and personal experiences of the problem space to engage and mentor the youth of today to feel in control of their individual lives and emotions. Our program will be engaging as we make ourselves relatable from the start. At the core of our solution is the empowerment of individuals to discover and harness their strengths in the pursuit of individual passions. This will be combined with a presentation on the key topics of self-love, resilience, and stress management. This will be followed by a reflective workshop utilising resources which we will create to translate the topics into real-life scenarios pertaining to the individual participant. Additionally, there is an opportunity for innovation relating to the rising research into therapeutic benefits of surfing. To further engage and reinforce the teachings to young people, we provide a surf lesson structured around resilience and mental well-being.
We have calculated a cost of roughly $1,400, which includes the cost of a graphic designer and a monthly fee of $40 to maintain the domain of our website. In terms of broadcasting, we estimate a cost of $70 per hour with approximately 10 hours needed to create a promotional video. This is based off conversations we've had with a videographer and an editor.
Oh, and in case you were wondering why YEW, the term U is often used by surfers to describe the uplifting and blissful feeling they get after catching a wave. We want adolescents that participate in our program to not only better themselves but discover that U feeling and be able to implement that same feeling into their daily lives.
Thank you, Sparks and Kimberly, for your time, and to our wonderful mentor Greg, who helped us transform our idea into our pitch today.
What a unique solution to a very serious problem. Better You Foundation, please unmute your mics and get ready to answer some questions from the judges.
I just might kick off with that. So congratulations, guys. What a great presentation. What a great idea. I love it. I really love your passion for activity and sport. That's definitely in line with what my life is as well. And I think there's a great potential there. I have one question. How you kind of go to market? So how are you actually going to take it to school and how you envisage that to kick that off, this program off in schools or in other institutions?
Yes, so at the moment we're just in like the design phase. So obviously, like we showed you with our slides, we want to focus on research first. So we need to find out more about the problem space so that we're able to solve it properly, and or else it's not going to work and it's going to be pointless. So we plan to use majority of our funds to conduct deeper research with experts and work with a market research company to extend our knowledge. And then from this, we hope to analyze the data, which we will then use to inform how we can create a powerful and engaging program. And we look forward to working with our mentor on how best to do this sort of thing.
Thank you. No, I think that's a great approach to be very strategic about it and using the funds you will have, in, very strategically to plan your go-to-market effectively. So thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
Hi, ladies. I loved your pitch. I just had a little bit of a question. Which channels would you use or do you think would be best to promote and share all of your content?
Well, we have a two-pronged strategy. Social media is clearly the ideal outlet, as many of us use it at this age. We believe we will also be able to talk to a lot of high schools on the Northern Beaches, which we have connections through Gabby's work. And right now, we don't know what the most effective strategies are, but we plan to run various experiments in our design research stage to recognize which ones will be most effective.
Perfect. That sounds great. Thanks, girls.
Thank you.
Congratulations, girls. I have a quick question. Actually, surfing turned my life around a long time ago. It was really the one activity that I discovered I was actually quite good at, and having a very competitive older brother who was good at the typical bat and ball sports, surfing really changed my life, and actually very excitingly led me into the ski industry, which opened up a whole bunch of doors globally. So I think you're really onto something here. And I saw an interesting show the other night where someone in Queensland was doing a very, very similar thing. So I think it would be quite wise to connect with those guys, because the kind of core essence of it was surfing. The question I had for both of you was, though, you know, maybe for some people that barrier of surfing could be a little bit intimidating. So have you thought about some sort of other sports or activities that you may be able to utilize apart from surfing?
Yeah, well, Gabby and I are aware that surfing won't be for everyone, especially even being individuals ourselves. I found a lot of my outlet was through swimming. So as part of our course, we will address the benefits of forms of exercise that will help manage your mental and physical well-being. Through our core focus of individual strengths, we hope to find that participants will find their own passions and what they enjoy and how they will have an outlet through their own individual passions.
Congratulations. Look, and I think with COVID right now and, you know, teenagers, this has just exacerbated everything. So one of the important things we look at from a business is timing. And I think you girls have absolutely nailed it from a timing perspective. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you so much.
Can I just jump in there too and make a comment? I loved your pitch as soon as I read it. I'm both a business and a life coach, and you can't really separate the two, because what's going on in your life affects your business. What's going on in your workplace or your business affects your life. And I would encourage you to really look at the hurdles that you had to overcome in learning how to surf. The mental barriers that you had to come over, because a lot of what you use in that will be very relevant to helping others overcome the challenges that they have got in life. So I'd like to back what Nigel said and get in connection with others. I'm seeing a lot of people with the issues that you want to address. So it's great timing. And I think if you can really hone in on those steps, the simple steps, physically and mentally, to overcome challenges, then you're on to a winner.
Thank you so much.
All right, too good. I think that's all we've got time for. Thanks for that, U Foundation. Next team we've got is Wasted Potential. So let's hear what they've got in mind.
Over the past year, Generation Z has spoken the loudest when it comes to the importance of social and environmental change.
With the backing of our demographic, we want to be a part of the revolution.
Hi, I'm Joe, the 20-year-old with a passion for creative endeavours.
And I'm Beth, an 18-year-old high school student with a drive for design and creativity.
Beth and I share a love for fashion as an outlet for creativity and self-expression, allowing us to explore our identity throughout our teenage years.
However, this passion was challenged after stumbling across this footage.
We dive deeper, discovering the fashion industry's negative impacts, such as poverty wages and devastating levels of polluted waste.
It's a horrible feeling, knowing the clothes on your back have contributed to human and environmental suffering.
Something had to change.
Joe and I believe that it is vitally important to live an ethical and environmentally conscious life, so we decided to make meaningful change in the world of fashion.
Creating a business of our own that is driven by passion instead of profit.
Wasted Potential.
Fashion for the future. Our exciting vision starts with sourcing wholesale secondhand clothing, which we then upcycle and sell for an affordable price.
So far, we have already proven this idea possible by forming a relationship with a second-hand wholesaler based in Europe, whose reliability and pricing has enabled our business model.
This wholesaler supplies us with quality, on-trend clothing,
as well as clothing from smaller brands or clothing with minor imperfections.
With Beth's amazing clothing design skills, we are reworking the less desirable items into something new and unique. Utilising my skills in media, I'll create content to promote and sell the clothing, allowing our vision to be spread through social media and word of mouth.
Our new platform will be used to educate and empower consumers by raising awareness around the sinister reality of fast fashion, providing them with a sustainable and ethical alternative for the same price.
Our business model is already sustainable and ethical, however we will not stop here. Utilising recycled materials, green shipping, sustainable packaging, and plantable labels.
We will also donate 5% of our profit to either a workers' rights charity or an environmental charity.
As we grow, we'd also love to source creativity and support from our surrounding community.
In doing so, we wish to provide aspiring designers, photographers and models with a platform to showcase their skills through both our products and media.
Our short-term targets include building an engaged Gen Z community who are transacting with us and providing us with feedback.
While our 3 long-term targets include implementing a buyback scheme, hosting a second-hand charity event, and becoming pioneers of change in the fast fashion industry. To help us reach our goals, money can greatly assist us by providing us funding for advertising, trademarking, developing an e-commerce website, and bringing to life our digital content creation, which amounts to a total of $5,000.
We are aware of the hard work that goes into setting up and expanding a business. And whilst we're passionate about our idea, we're still newcomers to this world, which is why your mentoring and experience will help us successfully navigate through challenges and make a positive impact on the fashion industry.
We would like to thank Kimberly and the team at Share the Spark for organising this amazing event.
Greg from 7 Mile for helping us to communicate our ideas.
Relax for the amazing brand package deal.
And the Northern Beaches Council and Funsition for helping to make this event a reality.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Sweet. So that was awesome. Thanks, team. A very catchy name and a super solution to our fast fashion problem. Wasted potential team. So please unmute your mics and get ready to answer some questions from the judges.
Hi there, guys. I want to jump in on this because I've got 2 my daughters are in their early 20s, and they are both exactly the same way that you are, where they see all these videos about fast fashion and the waste and the amount of stuff that ends up in landfill. And so I got very excited when I saw this. And I have to say, I presume that, Joe, you put the video together. Very clever. So when you said that you would be part of doing the sort of marketing and media and stuff like that, you already have sold yourself well. One of the things that really jumped out at me, though, was why are you importing this clothing from Europe and not using stuff that's already here in Australia?
Yeah, that's a great question. In our testing phase, we chose to order from a particular European wholesaler because for multiple reasons. The first thing that captured us was just their great reviews. And when we ordered from them, they had really good customer service. Secondly, their stock was better value in comparison to Australian and American wholesalers. And their stock is also on trend and contemporary, meeting the needs of our target demographic, Generation Z. And when selecting the clothes, we had more control over the quality and brands of the stock that we were choosing. But we are still open to sourcing from a multitude of other suppliers, and we'll research into other Australian options as we go.
Great, love that. Yeah, and that makes sense. I kind of thought it might be something to do with style and whatever, because obviously the European stuff is quite terrific. But I love the idea that you're going to look into doing it here on our doorstep as well. So congratulations, guys. Yeah, great pitch.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bit of a thought there, though. If you're, this is all about sustainability and things like that. Shipping stuff over from Europe does come with a bit of an environmental cost. Just throwing that out there. But this is a really interesting idea, and it's a space that I have a lot of interest in because probably about 15 years ago, I nearly set up a kind of a secondhand designer label shop myself with a friend of mine. It was, I think I was visiting the States with my wife and came across this concept there where they would actually buy clothes off people and then upcycle them and using that way. It never happened in the end, and did my web company instead. But no, I see the value in it, and I mean, but that does bring to mind: are there any other sort of people doing it in Sydney or around here that might be seen as competitors or maybe things that you can learn from?
Yeah, we did look into the surrounding suppliers in our area who are doing the similar secondhand thing. And none of them seem to meet the environmental and ethical standards of Generation Z. many of these businesses also weren't tapping into the current trends of our demographic, and of the few that were, they were often overpriced, so out of reach for Generation Z. So yeah.
Okay. And I guess also the other point of it is how do you go beyond just yourselves? How can you expand? Is that something you're wanting to do? Going from niche to mainstream, and how might you kind of take that next step?
Yeah, we already sort of think that Generation Z is mainstream, and that's our target audience. They're the biggest demographic in the world. And yeah, we're targeting them to help raise awareness of the reality of fast fashion and the fashion industry, and provide them with an ethical and sustainable alternative.
Yeah, sorry, and the other part of that question is more about how you guys grow, how you think you might be able to, go beyond. Obviously, you've got there's just the two of you in it right now, and the limited time, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, well, as we grow, we were looking at hopefully employing sort of other creative individuals from our local community, like photographers, models, also people with skills in sewing and design. So yeah, that's sort of what we're thinking at the moment. I think we'd like to keep it online for the most part, so we can basically reduce our cost and not have to pay rent for upfront store. And we think online is the way to go these days, really.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I'm all for keeping costs low at the beginning. I hate waste and all those sorts of things, so I think you're on the right track. Great, thanks guys.
Thanks.
No worries.
I'd like to just sort of throw in something. Congratulations, guys. Well done. You're solving a problem. I'm a big fan of local, though, not bringing in Europe. And I'll tell you why, because I think there's potential there for grants. So it's not just about, to help you commercialize your idea. It's not just about some initial funding, but there's probably quite, if you did some research, there's probably some grants out there that could help you support your business case. But that would be at a local level, which means you would have to actually utilize local garments as opposed to European garments. The other thing that I always think about, and because you guys seem to me to be a little bit more sophisticated, is margin. So truly commercializing your idea, what you buy something for, and then on top of that, what you sell it for, and all the expenses that sit in there. And it seems that, to be able to take a garment and turn it into something creates quite a lot, there's quite a lot of energy and resource to be able to achieve that. So you always need to think about that margin of all the expenses that fit in, and how you can actually increase that margin so that you can really fully realize your dream and your potential to do a good thing and make a difference, which is what you're doing. But I do congratulate you. But I do want you to think a little bit more locally, because I think you could probably access some more funding for that.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I just have one more question. It's around the supply chain. So how do you think from a supply chain point of view you can manage that? So if you look like an Amazon or so, there's obviously a massive logistic supply chain behind it, because you still have to manage the packaging, repackaging and supplying that. Do you have any idea how do you think you're going to manage that?
I think we can sort of at this stage do it ourselves. Just pretty much shipping it, putting in sustainable packaging, sort of utilizing green shipping techniques. And the suppliers we found are super reliable, and we feel we can get great stock from them.
All right, thank you.
All right, awesome. So I'll wrap it up now. Questions done now. You two are certainly not wasting your potential, so great job. I'll just pass it on to Jacob now.
Yeah, thanks, team. Let's see our last pitch from Team Uncle Nathan.
Does it shock you to learn that 1 in 5 university students drop out in their first year because they realise they don't know what they want to do with their lives? Hi, my name's Tiana. I'm 17 years old and just about to complete the most crucial year of my life so far, the HSC. Most young people are expected to be highly excited at the thought of finishing high school. However, I see it in a different light. I'm scared. I feel very nervous about how to navigate the real world. My careers advisor is pushing a bunch of university options, but I'm not sure if I even want to go to uni. My parents weigh in with different directions to follow what I love. I have my ATAR to worry about. I have no idea what I want to do next. I've never been taught to manage my mental health, and I don't know what my purpose is. 6 years of high school has not prepared me for the journey I'm about to undertake. And what's more is the extreme lack of support I need from other young people who relate to my dilemma.
Thanks, Tiana. I'm Nathan, the founder of a new service that mitigates the issues young people like Tiana face as they finish high school. I've spent the past year running online experiments on how best to engage with young people like Tiana. We've produced valuable content that we've shared across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, amassing a following of over 5,000 young adults between the ages of 17 to 21, with over 1 million views on our content. Rapid testing has taught me something invaluable about this demographic. To create a solution that works, the young people it's designed to support are the best designers. Here's what my community told me it needs: empathetic and realistic guidance starting in year 11. They don't want constant pressure from parents and family to figure things out. They do want help finding their why so that they can pursue their passions rather than a salary. These experiments have yielded important insights and given me the confidence to move forward with plans to convert an extremely engaged community of fans into an educated community of customers. Our experiments have proven this passion project is much more than an idea. In fact, we've already influenced the lives of thousands of high school graduates and fresh uni students. We believe the innate success of Uncle Nathan has built an ideal foundation for monetization. Tiana and I are seeking $10,000 here today with a plan to convert our thousands of loyal Uncle Nathan fans into a community of educated Uncle Nathan customers through an innovative, young person friendly online course. This crucial funding will be put to work over the course of 18 months through the following 3-step process. We will utilize an initial $1,500 to gather insights into the learning patterns of young people. We'll then spend approximately $7,000 over the following 6 to 9 months to develop our online course for school leavers and build a brand new website. And then finally, we'll use our remaining $1,500 for advertising purposes through social media apps such as Instagram and TikTok, as well as email marketing. To summarize our $10,000 breakdown, we've got $1,500 for initial research, $7,000 for course development and website building, and then the last $1,500 for advertising.
Before we leave you today, I think it's right to introduce ourselves properly. As I'm sure you've figured out, Nathan and I are siblings. We've grown up on the Northern Beaches and have been extremely lucky with our education and supportive family network. We also recognise that other young people haven't been as fortunate as we have, and that's why we've made it our mission. In fact, we feel it's our duty to help as many young people thrive after school as possible.
A prevalent problem with an impactful solution. We'd like to thank Kimberly and the Spark Tank Committee for this incredible opportunity, and we welcome you all to travel with us on this amazing journey. Thank you.
I'm going to go check out that website myself. Team Uncle Nathan, unmute your mics and get ready for some questions from our judges.
Hey guys, I've got a couple of questions for you. Have you thought about the structure and sort of design of the business model sort of beyond the course? Because obviously courses are, online courses are a very competitive landscape. What is going to compel your audience to actually buy something from you of that nature?
Yeah, definitely. So the business model currently aims to provide like a range of free but valuable advice that builds our community, establishes trust, and gives us the opportunity to convert a percentage of our community into paying customers.
Okay, great. So what would compel a young person to buy something like from the people that you've talked to? Because you guys have got a website up and running already. So from the content you've produced, from the podcast you've done, what's been the feedback as to what would get them excited to, go on a journey with you in terms of getting help from you guys?
Yeah, so with the way that young people interact nowadays, like with social media, they spend so much time on apps
Yep.
like TikTok, Instagram, and there's a real like information overload there.
Yep.
I think the thing that young people crave is feeling exclusive, feeling like they've got that edge on people when there is so much information out there. So having this course, which we're going to create, it almost like a more of a community sort of feel. By paying, it gives them access to that bit of exclusivity.
Yep.
And through that, they feel like they're part of this community that not everyone has access to.
Okay, good angle, guys. Well done. Good job.
I really love what you guys are doing, and I actually think you've got something. From a commercial perspective, I definitely feel you've got something. And obviously you're at that kind of critical point where you've done quite a bit, but you need to sort of dig deep, get into a bit of a granular kind of level and really start to do some research to help you guide yourself going forward, so that, as any kind of capital that would come into the business would be very well spent or deployed. But I do feel that, and having a 15-year-old daughter myself, and also, understanding the kind of issues that teenagers have, I really think you're onto something, and I want to congratulate you both. Once again, it's just a matter of understanding very clearly what you need to do as those next steps, and the only way you'll ever discover that is through the research. But the good thing is, you're connected to a community that you're building that can actually help you refine what you're doing going forward. So well done, guys.
Thank you so much.
Do we have any more questions from the judge before I can wrap it up?
Yeah, I'll ask one. So do you actually, have you done any of the research at the moment to understand how big the addressable market is? And, do you have sort of, going on this commercialization bent, have an understanding of the sort of price point that would be right, that would actually convert people? You talked about it being exclusivity being the thing that would get people over the line, but there's obviously still a price barrier for some people. So have you kind of done any sort of research as yet to what that sort of price point would be and what sort of size of market you've got?
Yeah, so it's definitely something that we're gonna explore with the mentor, because that is ideally the thing that we want to figure out, because if we get that right, then the course itself will be a pretty big success, we think. We've sort of looked into the market a little bit, like specifically we'd be focusing on that 16 to 19 age range. We know at the start of the presentation that 20% of university students drop out in their first year. We also know that around half of high school leavers, so half of year 12, typically get higher education after that. So I did a really rough number, and if in 2020, that gave us sort of a market of about 18,000 students, which is a pretty good number to start off with, I think. In terms of price point, we know that young people are cash scarce. They don't have a lot of disposable cash lying around. So we definitely need to price it at something that doesn't jump out and scare them. Again, something that we want to go through with our mentor. But after some initial thinking, I was sort of thinking that something where it's almost a subscription-based thing. So you get access for free initially, get into the course, get some of those free features, and then to get that exclusivity, you pay to unlock each step. So rather than having to fork up $50, $60, $70 up front, we can sort of bridge them through that. And with each level, they get more and more value, which means if they want to keep getting that value, they keep contributing to the membership.
Yeah, it's smart. Yeah, it's good. It's that sort of thinking. But yeah, as I say, whoever your mentor will be, I think will really be able to help you engage with that and come up with the right.
Super excited for that.
Well, the interesting thing too, of course, is that the kind of point that you're at where I guess a teenager or a student moves on into that next phase is people like me, parents, will pay. If I can find something that'll help guide my child in the right direction, and my child came to me with a practical, rational solution, mate, I would put my hand up and pay. And I think there are plenty of other parents that would do it. And that is one of the reasons from firsthand that I'm saying I think you've really got something.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Glad to hear
that's what I think. I think, guys, you're focusing on the wrong customer. So I think the customer is actually the parent.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the parent can pay for the course. So don't focus on the kid, because the kid's going to spend his money on, nonsense and, want to go drinking and all that sort of stuff. They're not going to want to pay for a course. But I think if you focused around your marketing around parents and how to attract parents into your wheel, I think you'll be really onto something special.
Yeah, great tip. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, mum and dad.
Yeah, and look, at the end of the day, for everyone here, there's one thing in all the work that we do for helping businesses raise. It's called an SMP.
Yep.
And an SMP is critical. An SMP is a single-minded proposition, is the one reason why someone would buy from you.
Yep.
And if you nail that, then all that you build on top of that, your narrative brand, your proposition, your positioning statement, all of that will fall into place. So it's really important to just, distill it down to that one reason. And you're going to find that through research. Anyway, that's enough said from me.
All right, thank you. So I'll just wrap it up now. Okay, so that was nerve-wracking. Firstly, well done, Uncle Nathan, and indeed well done for all our Spark Tank teams. So these are all amazing ideas, and you'll be great to see all of them come to fruition. So at the moment, our Spark judges will now go into deliberation to figure out just what each winning team receives. So while they are doing that, let's hear from James Griffin, our member for Manly.
It's fantastic that Share the Spark is happening again this year, and the Spark Tank event is happening as well, even though it's been a challenging year for everybody in our community. What a fantastic idea, proudly supported, and thank you to the Northern Beaches Council for their wonderful support of this important initiative. 66 entrants aged between 8 and 23 coming up with the most amazing and wonderful ideas that will not only change the lives of those that have come up with the ideas, but the people that it will go on to help right across our community, whether it's here on the Northern Beaches or beyond throughout New South Wales and indeed Australia. I want to say a huge congratulations to the finalists. Well done. Your ideas will make the world of difference. And I'd also like to pass on a huge debt of gratitude to the wonderful team that have made this happen. To Greg Twemlow and the team at 7 Mile, and to all the judging panel that are putting their time and their effort into making tonight such a success. I'm sure that you will come up with a fantastic set of winners. To everybody that's participated, well done. Your ideas will go a long way in solving the challenges that we face on the Northern Beaches and throughout New South Wales. Congratulations, well done, and wishing you all the best.
Thank you, Mr. Griffin. As the judges are still deciding, we have a talented young local musician, Lox Travis, here to play a bit of music for us.
All right, great stuff. Thank you, Lux. That was amazing.
Before we hear from our judges, let's have a look at one of our sponsors who'll be providing each of our teams with a special brand package.
G'day there, this is Pix Jonathan, the newly elected president of Share the Spark. Congratulations to each of our 66 finalists who submitted an entry for the Spark Tank. Even bigger congratulations to our 6 finalist teams. Huge congratulations to you. Also, thank you and congratulations to our judges. On another note, if you know anyone who would like to contribute in some corporate sponsorship fashion, we would love you to share your spark and invite them to sponsor us. Thank you so much. And again, good luck to each and every one of you. Lots of love and big hugs.
Okay, so with so this means every team tonight will receive a professional branding package worth $3,000 in addition to their cash grant award. So this package can include logo designs, website landing page design, and build business card designs, stickers or hang tag design, or whatever the team feels they need. So the teams will be treated just like the regular client. It will be taken through the entire branding process step by step to develop and achieve by their own vision. So I'm assuming everyone's ready to find out what our teams have won. So first, let's recap what each of 6 teams will receive. So they'll be receiving 10 weeks of personalized business coaching from one of our judges, a branding package from Relax Brand Design, some money to go towards their project. So let's find out how much, Paul.
Right. So is that me now? Okay, great. So we're gonna look at the younger guys first of all, and I believe Clarence, you are gonna make your decision first.
Thank you, Paul. Really enthused by this opportunity to coach the next steps to nature and award them with a great little amount of funding. That extra $3,000 takes them up to an extra takes $2,000 and then takes them for a total of $5,000. Next Steps to Nature, would you like to unmute and accept this award?
Thank you so much. This is such an honor.
Take your time, guys.
Okay, guys, Mum, stop. Go. Okay, this is such an honor, and we all just want to thank Casey Smart Tank. Sorry, Smart Tank, Halle, Greg, Kimberly, and all the parents, finalists, friends, and teachers who supported us all the way through this journey.
It looks like we've got a really excited team there, and I'm looking very excited. I'm feeling very excited to work with them. So, guys, congratulations, and we will be in touch soon, and look forward to taking you to the next step.
Brilliant. Thanks, Clarence. Right. Why don't we go to Nigel? I believe you've made your decision as well.
Thanks, Paul. Look, I'm really excited to be able to mentor Radio KBTO. I've had 2 media businesses before, so this is right up my alley, and I'm really excited to work with you guys. Tonight, the judges came to an agreement that we would award you $2,300 plus the $3,000 branding package. Now, obviously, branding's critical for you guys going forward, so that's a total value of $5,300. So you're getting a great package. We've got a lot to work with, and I'm really excited to be able to get you guys going so that you can fulfill your dream. So thank you very much. So why don't you unmute and give us a little bit of a insight.
Thank you so much. We're very grateful for this.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, we're so excited.
Yeah, well, I hope you guys.
Thanks to Greg from 7 Mile.
Yeah, well, I hope you guys are good at homework because you're going to have a lot of it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's brilliant. And I can tell you what, my younger kids are going to be loving your podcast as well. They won't be able to wait to hear the first episode. Fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that means to wrap up the younger age group, I need to declare that I am going to take on Gaming Anonymous, and I would love to mentor you guys over a 10-week period and take your brilliant idea. And it's an idea that's close to my heart as well. You know, I've got 4 kids, as I mentioned, and done a pretty good job on keeping them away from getting addicted to games. But I'd love to hear your ideas, and I'd love to work with you guys in really making this, because I think it's something that's really, really important, not only in our community here, but across the world. And if we can actually make a dent in gaming addiction, then we've done something special. So with that in mind, the judges would like to award you guys $3,000, which added to the $3,000 for the brand package means a total of $6,000, which is more than you wanted, you even asked for. So I believe we can actually go even further and beyond what you originally stated. So yeah, I'm excited about this. So well done, guys. It's absolutely fantastic. Right, now let's move on to the older age group, and our first judge tonight is going to be Barbara.
Yes, hello. I'm very excited to take the opportunity to coach Better You Foundation team. So I'm very passionate about your activities and everything you guys do. So I'm super stoked. So we award you with 3,200 seed funding plus the $3,000 branding design. So that gives you $6,200. And I hope that will really contribute to your marketing research. I think you guys envisage to do upfront and providing you with some good funding to create some great content. So if you want to unmute and accept this award.
Yes, thank you so much. This experience has been just incredible. To have this opportunity has been so amazing, and yeah, we can't thank everyone involved enough. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. I'm very excited to work with you guys and make that a big success. So
yes, we are too. Thank you so much.
And you know what? I actually forgot to give Gamer Anonymous the opportunity to accept their award. So if you guys want to unmute now and let us know what you think, that'll be great.
Yeah, I was wondering what was happening there. I would just like to say thanks so much to everyone who gave us this opportunity. It's been really great, and I'm just really grateful to be a part of this.
Yeah, thanks to the judges, and especially thanks to Greg and Hui. Without them, we wouldn't have been able to prepare this presentation. So thanks, Greg and Hui, a lot, and thanks to all the judges. We're excited to see where this goes.
Brilliant. Looking forward to working with you guys. All right, we're coming to the pointy end now. The next judge who is going to offer some mentoring is Anne. Go for it, Anne.
Hi there, guys. I am really excited to say that I would love to be the mentor for Wasted Potential. I really love your pitch and what you're planning to do, and I think we'll be a great team. I'm really delighted to be able to reward you with $3,500 plus the $3,000 for your branding package. So you'll have $6,500 plus 10 coaching sessions. So we're going to make this happen. So if you'd like to unmute yourselves and accept your award.
Hey, thank you so much. It's an amazing opportunity. We've had so much fun, and thanks again to Share the Spark for organizing everything, for the guidance, the generosity, and for realizing young people's potential.
Yeah, thank you. Joe and I are super excited to embark on this journey and can't wait to create positive change within the fashion industry.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Love it. Right. Our final judge offering mentoring tonight is Nicholas. Let's go.
Hi guys, I'm really happy to present this one to the team at Uncle Nathan. Congratulations guys, we're giving you $5,000 prize money plus the branding package of 3,000. So that takes the total up to 8,000, which is, I know, is just a touch under what you asked for, but I think it'll get you to the next steps of the process. Really excited to work with you guys. I'm thinking of a monetization strategy already for you guys. So I think if we nail that down, we'll be making money in no time. So congratulations, guys. Well done.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. We're stoked.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to Kimberly and Spark Tank as well, and Greg and Hui, and all the judges for your incredible feedback. It's been incredible. We both learnt so much. Yeah.
All right. What a fantastic evening it has been indeed. Looking forward to seeing what each 6 amazing teams are going to get up to with their coaching, branding, and prize money.
As sad I am to see this end, we would also like to give a heartfelt thanks to Cam and Claudia and the Northern Beaches Council for the support, for 7 Mile with Greg and Hui, for prepping the teams, and for Kimberly and the Share the Spark board for making this super event possible. So thank you, everyone, and hope you all enjoyed. Well done to all the teams, and congratulations. So yeah, have a great night, everyone.